as South Africa battles with load shedding, a two-day Joburg Energy Indaba gets underway in Sandton this morning. The City of Johannesburg says this is to look at finding solutions to the energy crisis. Our reporter Malungelo Booi is live for us in Sandton ahead of the start of this conference. Malu, good morning to you. Johannesburg, as I've been reading over the weekend, almost wanting to use the template that has been used by the City of Cape Town to try and make sure that they are less and less reliant on Eskom. But it's going to take some time, is it not?
Certainly, Koli, and I suppose part of what we'll be seeing or hearing in the deliberations here is exactly just that, and how the City of Johannesburg could actually move away from heavily relying on Eskom. The delegates, energy experts, as well as academics and officials from the City of Johannesburg will be discussing all of those issues for the next 2 days, Koli. There's about, nearly 6 million people live in the City of Johannesburg, and the City of Johannesburg and City Power needs to make sure that those people are actually serviced. A report by PwC that was released early this year, in fact, revealed that last year South Africa saw an increase in load shedding of about 38%, meaning that we saw 1,136 hours of complete darkness in the country. I want to bring in Isaac Mangena. He's the spokesperson for City Power. Isaac, thank you so much for your time. What was the thinking behind this gathering?
So this gathering is actually long overdue, considering the challenges that we're having currently in terms of capacity from Eskom. And we are basically trying to ensure that we come up with ways and also partners that will assist us with the solutions that we want for the residents of the City of Johannesburg. So the next 2 days we'll be having experts, scholars, and even exhibitors, companies that are already in the energy space, not in the city but across the world, who will basically be presenting and talking to us about some of the solutions that they have in the box, and so that we can be able, when we are ready to go out, and be able to procure those and invest in the City of Johannesburg. This is for our developmental needs, but also to attract investments to the City of Johannesburg.
I suppose one of the things then that you'd be looking at is how you don't heavily rely on Eskom.
Yes, indeed. That is what we have always been saying. Even last year in October, when the former mayor was actually launching the energy plan, this is what we have been talking about, that we want to actually cut the over-reliance on Eskom. Currently, 90% of our electricity in the grid comes from Eskom, with 10% coming from, at least 9% coming from Kelvin, which is the independent power producer in the east of Johannesburg. It's not enough, obviously, as you can see, and we have actually been thinking that when we signed that contract with Kelvin last year, it was going to assist us in cushioning the residents of the City of Johannesburg, at least from stage 2 of load shedding. But that is not the case as we know now, because of Eskom is actually using that load as part of their base load. And when they say they don't have capacity, it's basically because of they've already considered or taken into consideration what we are getting from Kelvin. So that's basically what we want to do, to cut this over-reliance on Eskom, because we are not going to basically remove Eskom completely. We can't do that, obviously, because of already the infrastructure that we are having is partly owned by Eskom, and so that's why we will have Eskom with us for some time. But we want to ensure that at least by 2030 we at least have about 30% of what we are getting from renewable energy. We're looking at about 500 megawatts of energy that we'll get from the renewable energy. Part of that mix includes solar, gas, waste to energy, and also battery storage systems that we'll be working on.
All right, Isaac Mangena, thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to the discussions that will be taking place. He speaks for City Power here in Johannesburg. Well, the conference gets underway in the next... It was supposed to have already started, in fact. One of the people that will be addressing this gathering is the mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Mpho Phalatse.
Thank you very much. That's Malungelo Booi live for us at that Energy Indaba, the Johannesburg Energy Indaba, taking place at the Sandton Convention Centre.